Yo, what's going on? It's Fuego here, and today I'm going to be doing some Xbow in Clash Royale over-explained. So instead of my normal commentary, I'm going to be going through exactly what's going in my mind. I'm going to say that out loud, so hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two. But starting off here, we see Miner and Bandit from our opponent. Honestly, I can't think of any meta deck that runs the Miner and Bandit, so that's kind of throwing me for a loop here. We do see the Firecracker as well, and since we have this supporting knight, I'm just going to go Xbow. Alright, we see the Megaknight, and I am a little bit lower in metals right now, so probably going to be facing more kind of mid-ladder decks. Maybe more similar to like what you guys face on like a daily basis, but yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a troubling spot because we did overcommit on that Xbow, but we're starting to figure out more about our opponent's deck, and it seems just like a Megaknight Bridgespam deck, really not too much to it. He goes with the Miner Bats. The Knight in front is going to block the Bats, so we're going to be just fine here. And that was a +2 trade for us, so we should be able to kind of bring this back a little bit from a kind of rough start, honestly. If you'll notice, we do have the Evo Archers in hand, so we could get some nice value. Okay, let's think. Is he back to Megaknight yet? He's played Bandit, Zap, Miner Bats. Okay, so I think he is back to Megaknight. Yeah, okay. He has a pretty quick cycle for a Megaknight deck, so we know he has the Zap too, so I'm going to be careful of that here. I'm going to go E-Spirit just to pull that back to the middle. Perfect. See, just like that, guys. Like, whenever I realize what my opponent's spell is, I can start to play a little bit differently, and he does not have enough for Megaknight yet. Does he get it down? I think he will. No! Oh, he gets it down just in the nick of time. Fair enough, though. I'm going to go Archers, and I think we're going to be able to DPS down this Megaknight pretty quickly. He goes Bats. The Bats kind of chip us down, but you know what? That's still a pretty hefty lock. I will definitely take that right there, and that's going to help us get right back into this game here. So we're down about 1,500 still have some work to do here, but I think we will try and outcycle the Megaknight here. So let's go for the Xbow and see what he's going for. Maybe a Bandit? No, he goes Miner, and we see the Prince come down for the first time this game. Okay, I'm going to go for my log here to push back the Prince and damage the Firecracker. And do we get the lock here? We do, okay. Once again, these small little locks are adding up over time. It's huge. I'm going to split Archers in the back, try and get to the Evo. And oh, wait, does he not realize I have the Xbow back in cycle? I'm going to hover Knight for the Bandit. We get it down because we can just react to that. Catch the Miner as well. And guys, this is where the momentum starts shifting. Log that Miner, get our Xbow right on top of the tower. And now I have to defend the Megaknight, which luckily this deck has a bunch of cheap cards, right? So I can overcommit. My Xbow's still on top of tower getting a ton of damage. Evo Archers on the defense, and a Fireball is going to win us this game, guys. I'm telling you, man, if you're just ready for your opponent's next moves, that is the key to winning matches. If you guys notice my voice being a little off, I am currently pretty sick, but that's not stopping us from clashing, right? So we're in the next match here against Sep. We see the Ice Golem. So Ice Golem makes me think either Hog 2.6 or probably more likely it's going to be Balloon. So I don't want to cycle my Tesla because there's a good chance he has the Balloon, and that's our best counter. Okay, after seeing the log there, that probably means it's going to be Hog 2.6, which is a favorable matchup for us. So let's go Tesla here. We do see the Furnace, so this isn't going to be standard 2.6, but man, that Hog's actually going to get a shot there. I'm not familiar with that Furnace interaction, and okay, never mind. This guy's got quite the unique deck here. He's got the Spear Goblin Hut as well, which is pretty cool to see. And he's going to start off with a little bit of a head start in this match here. Up about a little shy of 1,000 damage. So not the greatest start here, but nothing we can't come back from either. The nice thing about our opponent running the Ice Golem is the fact that it is not a great tank against the Xbow. Alright, we'll drop our Tesla here for the Hog once again. He goes for the Fireball, that's fine. Alright, we'll just go E-Spirit and then probably eat a Hog Shot here. Okay, oh, alright, actually we don't even eat a Hog Shot, that's huge. If I go Xbow, let's think. Okay, probably going to see an Ice Golem. Maybe even eventually a Hut as well. Okay, just go straight up for the Hut Ice Golem. Very nice. I could go for a log here, but I think we're just going to let this Xbow go. I'm not really too into defending this one. I think we'll probably do better on the future Xbows, but let's see here. Yeah, we're still forcing out Elixir with this Xbow. That's what you love to see. Very nice stuff. And a log comes down too. Okay, so that means we're up a few Elixir. I'm going to take that opportunity to quickly cycle back to my Xbow. If he goes for the Hog, we do have the Evo Tesla, but in the meantime, I'm just going to take my Elixir advantage and start kind of building up a little bit of a push here. Let's actually split the Evo Archers and just make them a little bit harder to kill, and now it's time to go in for the Xbow. I know that my opponent, I was going to say, doesn't have the Evo Furnace in hand because they've only played one so far. They do get a nice fireball, but at least we split our Evo archers so he doesn't get too much value. Very nice log. It's going to kill the Evo skellies, spear goblins, and the furnace. That's huge. We'll set up our Evo furnace or Evo Tesla for defense. I got it down a little late right there. Definitely a little bit of a mistake on my end, but Clash is all about coming back from your mistakes, right? So nothing too crazy. He still has the damage lead on the opposite lane. He's kind of just spamming into my Evo Tesla, which is free money for me. Do I want to block this? Okay, I think I do want to block this. He fireballs the Xbow once again. Very nice play. And I'm just going to log fireball the Evo Furnace. Like, that's one of those cards that you just need off the map. So Xbow's not going to get us too much, but Evo Furnace is out of hand, which is always good to see. Let's go for our archers here. He could go for a fireball, but I don't even think that'd be a great play. So let's see, maybe we can bait him. Doesn't fall for it, fair enough. Goes for the Gob Hut. I think I'm just gonna Knight. Ooh, we can actually push back this Hog Rider and maybe even keep our Xbow alive here. E-Spirit to reset. Nice, okay, Hog only got one shot. So he's probably gonna overcommit on top of this Xbow, and I'm looking to go in on the left lane here. He still has to defend the Knight too, so yeah, we're definitely gonna Xbow here. Ooh, okay, Furnace comes down. He's hurting on Elixir right now. We have the Evo Archers gonna snipe out the middle. I'm gonna Fireball to kill his troops, and wait, he doesn't have anything down, and that's a lock. Let's go. This guy has no reset. The only thing he has is a fireball, so I'm gonna start pressuring opposite lane. No! Oh man, I forgot about that. I forgot about the Ice Spirit because I was thinking of his spells. I wasn't thinking about the Ice Spirit, but I still think we get game-winning damage right there. We got so much damage off that one push. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go for our archers right here. Let's go for the Knight on top of the Furnace as well. Do not want that on top of the tower. And we're still looking pretty good here. Knights walking down the lane. I think we'll take the fireball as well, just to kind of extend our lead here a little bit, and then we'll start to play a little bit more passive here. Okay, nice. We'll go Tesla down low, and then we need to make sure we take care of this Evo Furnace. Evo Furnace is realistically like the one way this guy gets back into the game. Let's go fireball here as well, just damage that hog very nicely. Archers will take out the rest of it, and he only gets one shot plus the fireball. Now, as you'll notice, our opponent's big spell is fireball, right? So I'll play my Xbow outside of the fireball range so that he can't hit the tower and the Xbow with the fireball. Then I'll go Evo Tesla to pull in the hog, and this is where the matchup starts turning, guys. Since we already have our damage lead, we can just sit back and play defense, and it is going to do a lot for us here. Let's go for our log, and I think I'm even going to fireball on defense here. Like, I really just don't need that hog getting any damage, and we're still looking good. I'm going to go Xbow to pressure, but all we need to do is Tesla for the hog, and then we can even get down to one more fireball if we'd like here, and that's going to be good game, well played against Sep Jr. Honestly, really all it took was one Xbow lock, and that was a super nice win nonetheless. In the last match against Hugo, I always love having skeletons in my starting hand just to cycle them early. I also love having the archers as well, but we see the Ice Spirit come down. Really would rather not give him any free chip off the rip here, and we see the Archer Queen. Okay, so this could be Royal Hog's Earthquake, which is a pretty tough matchup. Our Tesla the bridge. Okay, wow, he is very intent on protecting his Archer Queen, and it's starting to look a lot like Royal Hog's Earthquake. So we know his Queen ability is already out. We don't have to worry about that, but we need to start figuring out how we're going to get damage, because that's the tough part of this matchup. Our opponent has the Earthquake, which is a great answer to our Xbow, and also gives him some very nice tower damage, so we need to be very, very careful. Getting Knights down in the back can be pretty nice though, so I guess we'll just start trying stacking that and see what our opponent wants to do here. Okay, he goes in for the Royal Hogs. I'll go Fireball E-Spirit to take care of them very nicely. And what do we... Okay, I'm going to go Xbow opposite. Do I predict the cannon? I'm going to go no. I'm going to say he's going to go low. Ah, man, okay. We kind of lost the 50-50 there, but that's all right. He does spend some extra elixir on the skeletons. Very nice. And then I think we'll just log back this Archer Queen. Wait, hold on. We actually get some nice Xbow damage. I was not expecting that, but looks like our opponent got a little cheap on the defense and allowed us to break through. Meanwhile, our towers are still sitting pretty healthy, but even this lead is just so insignificant, if I can even say that word, in this matchup. So we'll just have to keep playing a little bit here. And ooh, okay. Aggressive Earthquake, and we're going to be back to our Xbow in one card. So let's try and go in here. I don't want him to predict me, though. I feel like there's a chance he might predict me. Okay, yeah, so he does go for the prediction, so I'm going to go Xbow opposite. I'm going to go Skeletons, because he did play his Cannon high last time. He does play Cannon low this time. Okay, so he's kind of switching it up. That's good to know. Let's see if we can log these Skeletons. Hold on, good log. We're going to lock onto the Archer Queen, and that's still a lot of damage. And he doesn't want to Earthquake this, guys. Let's go. Now, not only is this a ton of damage, but now we have the option of going into either lane, which is such a nice luxury to have in this matchup. Also, if you know this guy's deck, you'll know that he has a hard time killing Evo archers, especially when we split them. He doesn't have a great way of taking them out. So already, we've been playing this pretty well. We've been punishing our opponent's mistakes, and I'm really liking the look of it. I'm going to play my Tesla in the anti-EQ position, and I think I'm going to go in Xbow here. Evo Archer is taking care of that queen. I think I'm going to fireball it, actually, try and just take it off the map. And he does get a nice defense on top of our Xbow, but I do like keeping the pressure up there. And Knight actually locks on top of the tower, man. I'm telling you, even in matchups like this, you just need to be aggressive sometimes, because your opponents will just make mistakes. Alright, so we got the Knight down here. We see the Archer Queen. That's on his weak side tower, so I'm definitely taking that fireball. Free damage right there. If Archer gets one shot, that's enough for me to log it, and nice. Okay, that Queen is dead. Evo Tesla up here. Let's go Archers down low. He played a bad Earthquake, so he's not even hitting my Tesla with the Earthquake as well. Perfect. And this is starting to look pretty good for us, guys, but we need to keep our damage lead here. Alright, I'm going to go Xbow opposite, and my goal of this Xbow is to hopefully force out an Earthquake on this. That would be perfect. If he Earthquakes this Xbow, that would be amazing, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to force that out here. Let's see. We protect the Xbow. Oh, it's going to kill the Queen, and he decides to go in opposite lane. Nice, okay. Let's go with our Fireball plus Skeletons. Good defense, and Xbow's still going to lock on top of the tower, man. Somehow we're getting lock after lock here. We have the damage lead in the left now. Perfect. And opponent might be trying to outcycle our Fireball here, but we have a pretty quick cycle, and he accidentally activated our King Tower. This matchup, even though it's such a tough matchup, this game was almost already over, and yeah, that King Tower activation is gonna seal it, man. You know I'll always take a win against a hard counter, especially one like this, and that is a very, very nice dub, and you know what? I think we'll keep running it, man. Let's get another dub. In the final match here against Diego, and oh, we see the Princess coming up early. Wasn't ready for it, so he is going to get 2 nice shots to start us off here, but if this is LogBait, that should be a pretty good matchup for us, so excited to see that. And I think I'm going to try, I was going to try and get to my log for his barrel, but I guess somehow we forced out the barrel on defense, so we'll take that. Now, the main question in LogBait is what tower are they running, and do they have the rocket? If they're running the Dark Goblin, normally they don't have the rocket, but this guy does, so rocket does make the matchup a little more difficult because it gives them a nice Xbow counter, but nothing we can't stop because it does allow us to, we can still outcycle it. So, okay, this guy was actually ready for my Skeletons. Kind of caught me in a bad cycle. Looking back, it would have been better to just set up my Tesla there and kill the Princess, but I was being a little greedy and wanted to get away with my cycle cards, but that's okay. So we're starting off at a little bit of a deficit here. We're finding out more about our opponent's deck. We know he has the guards, and I still want to know what building he has and what his mini tank is. So he goes for the rocket, and it looks like we're going to get some free Xbow chip again. Against most LogBait decks, like this guy, for example, has the E-Spirit, or the Electro Spirit, rather. They're going to have some sort of Spirit, and that plus the rocket will full counter the Xbow. But in that scenario right there, our opponent did not have it in hand. So let's just go Knight in the back here. I'm not gonna worry too much about predicting princesses just yet. We'll just kind of react for now. I'll give him 1 shot, and then Evo Archer will take it out. And now, after he responds to these archers, we're probably gonna have an elixir lead. So let's see what he wants to do. Okay, can't Xbow yet until that guard dies. He's gonna have to commit more elixir to that Knight though, unless he just wants to give us the damage. Okay, I'm gonna take that damage, and then I'm gonna switch lanes here. I'm gonna predict the bridge too, just in case he goes for a building. Okay, I'm gonna predict again once those skeletons die. Okay, he does go for the rocket. Okay, I'm very, very intrigued by the way this guy is playing. Can we catch that princess though? We can. Okay, let's get our Tesla down here. That's gonna be very nice to have. No princess damage that time, and we also have the Tesla to support this Xbow. So let's see how he wants to go for this. He goes for E-Spirit down low. Is he gonna rocket again? No, he goes for the Valk. Okay, wait, hold on. So we figure out he has the Tesla. I'm going to fireball this and try and take this off the board. And I think he got greedy trying to not go for the rocket, and that's an Xbow connection. I'm going to log here. I feel pretty confident logging, and we hit the E-Spirit. Let's go. And guys, I'm confident going for my log there because I can block the bridge. Oh, no, I thought he was going to go Goblin Barrel there. Okay, he does go Barrel. Okay, nice. Since I blocked the bridge, I can go E-Spirit and only take a few Goblin shots. Nothing crazy. And just like that, we do have the damage lead. Tesla come down, take out that princess, and I'm going to keep up the aggression once again here with the Xbow. We're in a pretty good situation, but with him having the rocket, this is nowhere near over. He goes for the guard's rocket, which is going to put us up a few bit of elixir here, so we'll take that. And let's just make sure that we're not giving this guy anything free here. Let's block the bridge. Okay, he actually played that deep. I was not expecting a deep barrel there. I was a little bit too worried about the princess, so well played by our opponent. And he protects the princess here. Wow. Okay, this guy is playing pretty well. He's keeping his princess safe, that's for sure. But I think Evo archers are going to do the job here and take care of that. And you know, we did miss the log on that deep barrel, but we're still in a pretty fine position, and we didn't really eat much damage off of it. So, okay, I can't go defensive Xbow. That's a play I was thinking about right now, but not really an option. Log's going to come down here, help take out everything. Archers to snipe the princess. Okay, princess, please die. Okay, princess dead. Perfect. Okay, we need to keep up aggression with the Xbow so that he can't rocket cycle us, right? That's the main thing. Let's go knight right here to protect once again. I'm gonna actually take this fireball and see if maybe we can break through. I need the Tesla to die though, and no, looks like he's gonna do a good job defending there. Well played. He does give me a nice log, which is gonna help take out the guards and the barrel. But that princess, man, the princess damage is getting us right now. I'm gonna go Xbow the middle, kind of switch up our offense here. Let's catch the Tesla on the left. No, plays on the right still. Let's go log on offense and then E-Spirit as well. We have the fireball for the defense for the barrel, and nice, we get an Xbow lock, guys. Don't be afraid to use your log on offense, man. That's exactly what won us this game, with a quick fireball on offense and a nice log. Man, we just took care of that bait like it was nothing, and that's gonna be GG. Well played to Diego right there. Honestly, he played that pretty well for that being our matchup, but sometimes you just got to take the dub nonetheless. But that's gonna do it all for this one, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.